Hey, hello everyone. So, how are you all are? Can you tell me quickly that am I audible and visible both in the chat? Please tell me fast. Hello. Yes. So yeah. Am I? So we are here today for the C++ programming session, and it will be taken by our well-known sir Abhishek sir. I'm here just to inform you all about how to mark the attendance and submit the assignment. So first of all, the assignments is not for day one and day two, as we teach basics on day one and day two. So it's for only day three and day four, and also day five. And guys, yeah, so I will tell you how to mark the attendance. So in a description box, you can see here one link, click on it. You will see a page. So first you have to enroll yourself, okay? So enroll it with your account. Just a second. Yeah. So here you can see mark attendance. Click on this toggle. You can rate the session as according to yourself, that how much you like it and will you recommend it to your friends. So I will give it 10 on 10 because I know Abhishek sir will teach you great. So we also have 6 months Let's Upgrade full stack program, uh, and it's starting on 25th March. So if you are interested, then click on yes. And if you have anything feedback, anything you want to tell us, you want to share with us, you can give according to you. I have nothing because I know it. So submit your session, then reload your page, and you can see the one second. Mm-mm. Hmm. So after marking the attendance, you have to reload your page, and you can see the progress bar here. So if your progress bar is above 50% and you have submitted the assignment and attendance of all the day 5, you can see here generate certificate option. You can generate it on after the end of this bootcamp, that is on at the end of day 5. This you can add on your CV, which will give importance to your and update your CV. And it is valid from ITM, NSDC, and also from Let's Upgrade. And if you have any doubt or anything, you can tell us in the comment section. Server error should. So Govind Yadav, you can try after sometimes some from my side. So it is clear. You can try after some time. And so let me introduce you to the Abhishek sir. Yeah. Hello sir, how are you?
Hello, Anam. I'm
Sir, can
good,
you tell?
and yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell us
So,
something briefly about today's session to our students?
yes, yes. The like our session will be the more discussion session. Okay, like we will try to learn, and like also want to learn from the students that are there in the live chat, and at the same time, I will tell like something new that are like basics, but most of you haven't focused on that part. Okay, so we will be covering the this C++ bootcamp session in these 5 days, and we will be learning about the variables, the data types, and how the data gets stored inside the memory. And like we are going to learn about the functions also, because this time I'm including the functions, and how the functions are getting called behind the scenes. So we are working from the scratch. Okay, so those who are beginner, can you guys write in the chat who all are beginner right now? And it is okay. Okay, you can leave now, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for
and
introducing me. Yeah.
it's not free, but if you have eloquence, enough eloquence, then you can have it free also. So yeah, guys, I'm leaving
Okay,
up to
great.
this. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Anna. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So can you guys write in the chat who all are beginner or who already know about C++? Yeah. Deepak, no, it is not free, but you can check on the link that are given in the description. From there, you can get the understanding ki what we are going to teach. You can download the curriculum, and from there, you can download the like you can see the price also. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can support. You can contact us on support@letsupgrade.in. Okay, yeah. So basically, I can see a lot of people who are complete beginner, right? Yeah. Do included in Bootcamp. I am beginner. I already know what basics in C. Okay, it is great. So those who know it is about C, Java, it is great. The basics of C and Java. This session is free. Yeah, this session is free, and after completing this session, after having more than 50% of attendance, you will get the certificate also. Okay, and we are having the assignment questions that will be available after the day 3. So you will be getting the assignments questions, and you have to submit those assignment question. Okay, and I will tell you the process how you can do that part. Yeah. So guys, you want the session in Hindi, English, or both? Can you guys write in the chat? Till that time, let's discuss the agenda of the today's session. Okay. So the today's session is complete introduction one, where we are discussing about the history of C++. Okay, and we are discussing about the execution flow of C++, like why we are executing the C program, what happens when we execute the C program behind the scene. Okay, and after that we are moving to the simple setup, that is where we can write the code, where we can download the compiler. Okay, and after that yeah, and after that we will be writing a simple program, and if we have time left we will be moving to the variable part also. Okay, yeah. So both English. Okay, yeah. Hindi. So I will try to speak in English. Okay, and if you're not able to understand any part of the session, please write in the chat. I will repeat that thing in the Hindi also. Okay, yeah. So let's start a session, right? Without wasting the time, let's start a session. Let me share my screen. Okay. So let us discuss the agenda of today's session. That is history of C++, right? After that, how C++ get executed, right? What happens there? We will discuss that part. And yeah, execution flow, right? Yeah. Setup part, how we can set up offline IDE, and how we can run our code on our system. Okay, and a simple program in C++. And if we have time left, we will move to the variable part also, right? Yeah. So let's start with the session. Okay, without wasting our time, let's start with the session, right? And related to the attendance, related to the certificate, any other question apart from the session, I will give 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I will take 5 to 10 minutes where I will answer all those questions. Okay, and in the session, if you have any doubt, guys, please write in the chat. Okay, because it breaks the flow of the session. Yeah, duration of every session will be 1 hour, and it will start from 8 to 9. So here, okay, you will get. Okay, I will tell you how to open the page of the attendance, everything at the end of the class. Okay, everyone. Yeah, so let's start the session. So before moving to the C++, right? Before moving to the C++ and the history part of the C++, right? So can you just tell me, uh, yeah. So basically you all have computer, right? And in that computer, you store some data, right? 1 minute, yeah. So you store some information or some data, and that data is in either what like if I don't know the program, what I do with the computer, either I store movies, right? And the extension, if you see the extension of movies, it is in either .mp4 file, right everyone? Similarly, if I am storing pictures, right, the extension is what? It is .jpg format, or it is in .png format, right? And similarly, I have a audio file, and that audio file is stored in which format, guys? It is stored in .mp3 format. So we have different files, and that file gets stored in different format in our computer memory, right, everyone? Yeah. Okay. So after that, what happens? So we programmer found a way to convert these file, okay, to convert these file into a format that is understandable by computer, understandable by computer, right? And can you guys write in the chat in which format our computer understand? Can you tell me the format, in which format the computer understand these files? It is in, anyone? Okay, so I have a quiz. Yeah, so I got one answer from Nagasar. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting the answer from everyone. So you guys are saying ki, hey, the data, the information is stored in 0 and 1 format, right, everyone? 0 and 1 format inside a computer system, and where inside a computer system? In the memory. So my next question here is, like, can you guys tell me what kind of memory you all know? What kind of memory you all know? Anyone? You guys are saying ki, hey, we have the data and that data gets stored inside the memory in our computer in 0 and 1 format. But what kind of memory we have? Anyone? In our computer, what kind of memory we have? Correct. So yeah. So basically, we have RAM, right? And we have hard disk, right, everyone? We have RAM and we have hard disk. So guys, can you tell me, if I have to store permanent data, if I have to store permanent data, where I should store the permanent data? Permanent data. Okay. Where I should store the permanent data? In our computer memory. Correct, correct. So here we are saying ki, hey, we have RAM, hard disk, ROM. Okay. So here we are talking about, yeah, secondary memory, main memory, yeah. But these are the important one. Okay. RAM and hard disk, right? So my question here is, ki if I have to store movies, pictures, audios, where I will store the data? Like where computer will store the data? Okay, correct. Like I'm getting answer from most of you, correct. That is, they are saying ki, hey, the data will be stored in the hard disk, because hard disk is what, it stores the permanent, like it is a permanent storage, right? It is a permanent storage. So that's why if I have to store something permanently, I will store that something permanently inside the hard disk. And why this thing happens? Let's see that part also, right? So here, so guys, we have the hard disk, okay? Inside the hard disk, inside the hard disk, like a hard disk is built on magnetic field, okay? Magnetic field. And here, like I'm giving you the high level picture of hard disk, okay? Like hard disk is built on magnetic field, and inside the magnetic field we have magnetic this magnetic direction, right? Either south pole or north pole, right? And this magnetic direction represent zeros and one, okay? Zeros and one. And if I will talk about the RAM, in RAM we have a lot of capacitor, okay? We have a billions of capacitor inside RAM, okay? Capacitor. And this capacitor have charge, okay? That is positive charge and negative charge, right? And that charge represent 0 and 1, okay? So we have hard disk and the magnetic field, okay, not yeah, magnetic field represents 0 and 1, and in RAM we have charge that represents 0 and 1. So guys, tell me, when I can give charge to the computer? When I provide electricity, right? So the moment I will provide electricity to the computer, what will happen? The charge will flow. And when the charge will flow, what will happen? We can store some data inside the RAM. Why we can store some data inside the RAM? Because we are saying कि hey, charge is representing what? 0 and 1. Right, everyone? So the moment I am disconnecting my laptop, the moment I am shut downing my laptop, what will happen, guys? There will be no charge. And when there is no charge, there will be no data. And when there is no data, there will be what will happen, guys? That's why the RAM is temporary storage, right? That's why RAM is temporary storage, because you are saying ki hey, the information is dependent on electricity. That is, it depends on the charge, right, everyone? And similarly, in hard disk, if you will see here, there is no dependency of electricity, right? So that's why it is permanent storage. Okay, it is permanent storage, right, everyone? Everyone is clear why these movies, pictures, and audios are stored in hard disk, and there are a lot of other reasons also, right? But this is the main reason. Okay, yeah. So let's move to the second part. So this is a basic that I want to tell you, like what happens this zeros and one. Okay, after that, yeah, here. So now let's move to the history of the C++, right? So guys, can you write in the chat who discovered, who invented this C++? Who was the founder of C++? Okay, let's understand this thing with the help of a theory, okay? With the help of a story, okay? So what happens? There was a person, the name of the person is Ken Thompson, okay? Ken Thompson was there, and this person developed a language that is B language, developed B language, right? And he developed this language in 1969, and he was working in AT&TS Bell Laboratory, right? So he worked hard. He developed this language that is B language, and he's working in AT&TS Bell Laboratory that is in USA, right? And with the help of this language, he he invented what? He has created Unix operating system. Okay, so this was in 1969. After that, what happens? There was one more person who is working with Ken Thompson, and the name of this person is what? Danny Ricci. Okay, Danny Ricci. Dennis. Okay, Dennis Ricci here. So he is also working in the same laboratory, that is AT&TS Bell Laboratory. So what happens? In 1972, he came up with the C language. Okay, he came up with the C language with the help of B language. Taking the B language as a reference point, he came up with the C language with some advanced feature. Okay, and the main feature that C language is having, that is, it is portable. And what he has done, he also developed Unix, like he again developed the Unix operating system using C language. Okay, everyone? Yeah. So till this point, everyone is clear how C language was invented, right? And after that, there was one more person, right, who is working in the same laboratory, that is B. Jaren, okay, Strawstrup, right? Yeah. So this person in 1979 enhanced the C language, okay, have done some enhancement in C language, and he's also working in the same laboratory. Okay, and the main enhancement he has done is he has added classes and other feature. Okay, classes and other feature, right? Yeah. So this was the enhancement he has done, and in 1979 he called this language as enhanced C language. And in 1983, okay, in 1983 they have named this language as C++ language, right, everyone? So this was a brief history of C++ language, how C++ language came into picture. Okay, that is from B language to C language. in B language some modification is done, and they came up with the C language. In C language some enhancement is done, and they came up with the C++ language, right everyone? Yeah. So everyone is clear with the history part of C++? Please write in the chat. Yeah, simple, right? So now let's move to the second point, that is that I have to see. Fun that I have to see, okay? Yeah. So let's move to the second part. That is, our computer is what, guys? So if you are not doing anything on the computer, our computer is a dumb machine, right? Dumb machine. What you have to do? You have to tell the computer. Okay, you have to tell the computer ki, hey, I want the addition of two number. I want to process this data, and I want some particular output from this data. Okay, so you have to tell everything to the computer, right everyone? And how you can tell everything to the computer? Ki, hey, please go and please do this task, right, with the help of a program, right? And why you write a program? To process the data and get some meaningful result from it, right? Get some meaningful result, right? So that's why you interact with the computer. But what happens here? Computer is saying ki, hey, I understand 0 and 1, right? So basically in the starting phase, the programmer used to write the code in 0 and 1 format. But when they are writing the code in 0 and 1 format, what happens? The main problem they faced is they are writing a lengthy code, more complex code they are writing, right? Complex code they are writing. The code is difficult to debug, difficult to debug, and debugging means finding errors, right? Right. And it is very difficult to understand also, right? It is very difficult to understand also, because it is in 0 and 1 format. It is not in human readable format, right? Not in human readable format. So there are a lot of drawbacks. So they started developing language that is in human readable format, that is C, C++, Java, JavaScript. According to the problem statement and according to the use case, they started developing different language, right everyone? So here we have the C++, right? So what happens in C++? We write a source code. Okay, in C++ we write a source code, this source code. Okay, source code, and this source code is in human readable format. Okay, it is in human readable format. That is, it contains English letters, it contains some mathematical operation and everything, right? Human readable format. Yeah. So basically we have the source code that is written by the programmer. After that, what happens? There is a compiler. Okay, compiler is sitting here, and compiler is nothing but it is a program. And again, what is a program? Program is what? It do something and it gives some result to it. Okay, so here the task of compiler is what? It takes the source code, okay, and after that it checks the syntax. It checks the syntax of the language, okay, of the language, and that language can be any language, that is C, C++, and according to that we have different compilers. Okay, for Java we have Java C compiler, for C and C++ we have Min GW compiler. Okay, and there are different compilers for different language. Okay, so basically the main task of compiler is it checks the syntax of the language ki, hey, whether the programmer has written the correct code, he's following the correct syntax or not, right? And after that he also he checks the rules of the language. Okay, basically he checks the rules of the language, right? Rule of language. And apart from that there are a lot of other functionality of the compiler also, but these are the two main important points that we have to remember, right? So after checking the syntax of the language, after checking the rule of the language, my compiler will say ki, hey, programmer, you have written the correct code. ओके आपने कोड जो है करेक्ट लिखा है एंड नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू आई विल कंपाइल योर कोड ओके कंपाइल योर कोड and after compiling the code what I will do I will convert the source code to the 0 and 1 format, that is 0101, that is machine understandable format, right? So here we have the source code that is in .cpp extension. Okay, the extension that we are using here is .cpp extension, and here we have the name of the source. We have the name of the file. Let's assume the name of the file is first. Okay, first.cpp. So we have the source code that is compiled by the compiler, and we get the executable file. This is what executable file. And what is inside this file? We have 0 and 1 format data, and the extension of this file is .exe file. Okay, and this file is understandable by the computer. So my computer will take this file. Okay, it will process the file and it will give some output on the output screen, right? And wherever, like whatever result you want on the output screen. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? Please write in the chat till this point. Anyone has any doubt? Yes or no, guys? Okay, so everyone is clear, right? So let's do the setup part, right? So what we are doing here, we are saying ki hey, we need something where we can write the code, right? And that something where we can write the code is what? We can write the code either on the editor or on the IDE or on some online compiler. Okay, here the IDE we are using is Visual Studio Code. Okay, Visual Studio Code. So we have different offline IDs like Visual Studio Code. We have a Dev C++, right? So you can use any ID. For our course, we are using Visual Studio Code where we can write the source code, right? And here the compiler that we are using is MinGW compiler. Okay, MinGW compiler, right? So let's see that part. How to install the Visual Studio Code and how to install the MinGW compiler and create a simple program. Okay, everyone? Yeah. So here, let me move to this part, right? So what I will do, so here I have two links. So first link is this one, that is Visual Studio Code link. So here, right? So let's paste this one, right? Yeah. So from here you can see, you can write Visual Studio Code download, and you can download the 1 minute. Yeah. So from here, Visual Studio Code download, right? So open the first link, and from here you can see you can download the Visual Studio Code. Okay, that is for Windows, for Mac, and for Ubuntu. Okay, from here you can download the zip file and you can extract the zip file, and you have to like click on next. It is a simple setup you can do by yourself. Okay, so I have already downloaded the Visual Studio Code, so I'm not downloading it again, right? So you can download the Visual Studio Code. After that, what you can do, here I have the link from where you can download the compiler, that is MinGW compiler. Okay, so here I will paste the link in the comment also. Okay, so from there you can take the link. So from here you can see we have the MinGW compiler for Windows. Okay, so that is for this one, right? So what I can do, I can download the MinGW compiler from here, that is direct download, and it will say here close, and it is getting downloaded, right? Here you can see it is getting downloaded here, right? So after downloading the MinGW compiler, what you have to do, you have to extract the file in the C drive, right? So basically here MinGW, right? MinGW compiler I have, it will get downloaded in the download folder, right? From the download folder, what you have to do, you have to extract the file. That is, by right clicking on it, you can extract the file. Okay, and where you have to extract the file? In C drive. Yeah. So the moment you will do this part, what will happen? You have to go to the C drive. Let's go to the C drive, right? So here we have the C drive, and here in the C drive you can see we are having the folder that is mingw, right? So from this folder you have to open this folder, and after that from here you can see the bin folder also, right? This one, yeah, this folder, that is bin folder. Open the bin folder. You have to copy the path. Okay, that is, click on the this above path, this one, right? And from here copy the path. After copying the path, what you have to do, you have to go to the search. In the search, write edit environment variable, that is, edit the system environment variable, right? Click on edit the system environment variable. From here click on environment variables, right? And after that you will get this screen. From here what you have to do, you can see the path option, right? Click on the path one and click on edit, right? And you will get this window, and here click on new and paste the path. That is C drive. Inside C drive we have mingw, inside mingw we have bin folder. Okay, I have already done this thing. Here you can see I have already done this path setup. After doing this this path setup, you have to click OK, and you are done with the path setup, right, everyone? So you have downloaded the Visual Studio Code where you can write the code, and you have downloaded the compiler that can check the syntax, semantics, rule of the language, and after that compile the source code to the machine code, right? That is understandable by the computer. So let's open the Visual Studio Code, right? So here, this one. So here you can see, after doing the setup, you will get this Visual Studio Code here, right? Like this, you will get this screen. What you have to do, create a folder. Let's create a folder here on the desktop, right? New, and here that is C plus Bootcamp. Okay. So I have created a folder here on the desktop, and after that, what I will do, click on file. That is, here you can see the file option, right? From here go to the open folder, and from open folder you have to navigate to the desktop. Okay, from the desktop here, right? From the desktop here you can see I am having the folder, right? That is C plus Bootcamp. So from here you have to select the folder, and you are done with the path, right? Yeah, so you are done with the folder part, and here you can see you are inside C plus this one, right? C plus Bootcamp. So here let me increase the font also, right? 1 minute. Yeah, so here you can see you are inside C plus Bootcamp folder. After this, what you have to do, you have to create a file. And how you can create a file? Either you can go to the file, and from here you can click on new file, yeah, or what you can do, from here also you can see the plus icon, plus file icon, right? From here click on the plus file icon and create a simple file, that is hello world, right? Hello world dot, and the extension is what? Dot cpp here, right? And after that you are here, you will get this screen, and here you have to write the C++ code. So what I want right now, I want to print hello world on the output screen, right? So in order to print hello world on the output screen, what I have to do, let's write a code, right? Then I will explain the code. That is, I have to include iostream file. And can you guys write in the chat why I am using, those who know about C++, please write in the chat what is the use of this iostream file. Okay, after that I have to use using namespace std. Okay, and again, what is the use of this using namespace std? And after that I have to use a main function. Okay, I have to call a main function. Okay, and here I have to write the code, right? So what I want to print hello world on the output screen. So I will use cout, and here I will write hello world, and yeah, this one, right? Okay, this one. And after that I will write, I have to terminate this line, so what I will do, terminate this instruction, so I will write a semicolon after that. Okay, and at end I will write return 0, right? Return 0 here. So let's save the code, and after that I will explain the code, like why I have written hash include and why I have written this thing, right? So basically here, yeah, so let's open the terminal. In order to open the terminal, click on the terminal and new terminal, right? And now what you have to do, you have to run the C code, right? C++ code. So in order to run the C++ code, you have to use some commands, right? And that command is what? You have to use G++, and after that you have to write hello world. That is the name of the file .c++, right? So here, the moment you are writing this command, here you can see, the moment you are writing g++ hello world.cpp, you are telling the system ki, hey, please compile this file. Okay, here. You are telling the system ki, hey, please compile this hello world.cpp file that is present inside this folder. That folder is present inside the desktop folder, right, everyone? This one. So here, the moment you will do this part, what will happen? You have the source code, right? You have the source code, that is the .cpp file, and that cpp file will be compiled by the compiler, and you will get a .exe file. Let's see whether I am getting a .exe file or not, right? So here, let's open the this one, right? This part. So guys, you can see in the starting we are having just one file, that is hello world.cpp. Now I got one more file, that is a.exe, and this is the file, this is the executable file that will be executed by your system, right? And you will get some output on the output screen, right? And in order to execute this executable file, what you have to do, let's see that part also. You have to write a ./a, right? And here you can see you are getting what? Hello world on the output screen, right? You are getting what? Hello world on the output screen. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? So how to write a program, how to run the program, how to compile the program, right? Everyone is clear, right? Let's move to the code part, like why I have written this part, IOStream and everything else, right? So give me 1 minute. uh Let me first clear the screen, right? So okay, so let me write the program here, right? Then you will get the clear understanding. That is, I have hash include IOStream. After that, I have using namespace std, right? After that, I have the main function. Inside the main function, I have hello world, right? And return 0, like this. So guys, basically here you can see this line, right? This line, cout. So basically cout is used for printing something on the output screen, right? Cout is used for printing something on the output screen, right? So here this cout is like the code of this cout is written somewhere, right? The code of this cout is written somewhere, and that somewhere is what? That somewhere is IOStream file. There is a file that is already created by the C++ programmer, and they have already handled this task to print something on the output screen. They have already handled that task. They are saying ki, hey programmer, if you have to print something on the output screen, you have to use this cout and this part, and you can print anything on the output screen. And in order to use cout in our program, you have to include the IOStream header file. So there is a IOStream header file, right? Let's assume this is your IOStream header file, and inside this IOStream header file, okay, inside this IOStream header file, you have a container, right? Like this. You have a container that is like this. That is namespace. Like there are a lot of code written inside this IOStream header file, and in that you have the namespace container, right? Namespace std container, and inside the namespace container, okay, basically this namespace container contains 1 minute, yeah, it contains the declaration of different identifier, declaration of different identifier here, okay. So basically this cout is declared here, right? So this cout is declared here, right? Inside the namespace std, and this namespace std is present where? Inside the IOStream header file. And in order to use cout, I have to include the IOStream header file. This is the first point. The second point is 1 minute, guys. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, yeah. So till this point, everyone is clear, right? Anyone has any doubt till this point? Tell me about the using namespace. Yeah. So basically here, let's discuss something about class and object. Okay. Yeah. So let's discuss about class and object, and after that we will come to this point. That is cout is what? Cout is a predefined object. Okay. Predefined object that is available. Okay. This object is available in which class? It is available in OStream class, right? That is, we have the OStream class. In that OStream class, what we have, like in order to access the functionality of printing something on the output screen, I have to create the object, and in order to use this object cout, I have to include this header file. Okay, let's try to understand that part, right? So basically you are saying ki here, let's try to understand class and object first, right? Then we will move to the cout part. So let's assume we have a Anand, right? So Anand is here, and Anand is super rich, right? Anand is super rich here, and Anand is saying ki, hey, I have to build a house. Okay, that is, he has to build a house here. Build house. So guys, can you tell me what will be the first step that Anand will take? Like where Anand will go? Anand will directly go to the carpenter, or he will go to some other person. Please write in the chat. Okay, let's see. Anand has to build a house, and where Anand will go? Yes, Rohit, we can create our own header file also, right? Anyone? Please write in the chat. Anand will directly go to the carpenter who will do that, like who will do the building part, or he will go somewhere else? Engineer. Uh, so basically, first Anand has to decide, right, what will be the design of the house, like how many rooms are there, how many kitchens he want, right, how many floors he want, and how he can build a best optimized house, right? Yeah. So basically, correct. So I am getting the correct answer from this Remanshi and Sheyans, right? So they are saying ki, hey, first they will go to the architecture. Let's assume Rohit is our architecture here, right? So Rohit is our architecture, and Rohit is saying ki, okay, tell me the requirement, and I will first build a blueprint for you. Blueprint or template for you, right? Template of the house. And that blueprint or template will contains what? It will contains the properties, and it will contains some functionalities, right? Functionalities. Okay. So here Rohit is there, that is creating the blueprint or design, right? Design of the house. So like Anand told him ki he want a 4 BHK house, and this is the functionality he want open door, he want some IoT thing, right? So that thing he told to the Rohit, and according to that he built the design. And after that, what will happen? Now Anand will go to the carpenter, right? Carpenter here. So we have the carpenter, and carpenter will tell their workers, hey, please, you have to follow this design and you have to build the house. So the moment like they will work, and after 1 year, they have built a dream house of Anand here, right? Let's assume this is a dream house, okay? I'm bad at drawing, so Anand, you have to compromise with the house, right? So here, Anand has like they have built the dream house for Anand here, right? So now this blueprint or template is called a class. Is called a class in computer language. Okay, and this class has some properties and have some functionalities. Okay, these properties are nothing but are you can say variable part. Okay, we will be coming to the variable where we can store the data, and functionality is what your method or function. Okay, method or function. So class is a blueprint or template that defines the properties and behavior of an object. Okay, so class is what? Blueprint or template that defines the properties and behavior of an object. Okay, I'm not writing the complete definition here. After that, the moment Anand will go to the house, okay, here Anand is very happy and Anand is inside the house, right? The moment Anand is using the house, right? That is Anand is using the object, right? So this is nothing but your object. So object is what? Object is a real world entity. Object is a real world entity that is having some properties and some behavior associated with it. Okay, everyone? So object is your real world entity, right? Real world entity. And with the help of object, you can access the functionality of a class. Okay, functionality of a class. Everyone is clear till this point? What is class, what is object, and why we need to create an object, right? In order to use the functionality and behavior, like in order to use the functionalities and properties of a house, first he want the house, right? And that house is what? That house is your object. So the moment Anand is having the key, he can access the floor, he can access the room, kitchen, and everything, right? So that is object and that is class. Anyone has any doubt in the class and object part, please write in the chat. Okay, so here, now let's move to the next part, that is this part here. So let's move to the this one, right? That is the previous slide. uh, previous. Okay, so we are here, right? Yeah, we are here. So let's first clear this one and let's try to understand the same thing again. So basically what we are doing, we are saying ki here, let's remove this part. Okay, now you will get the clear understanding what is happening, right? So basically, now everyone is clear, right? What is class and object, right? Yeah. So let's remove this part, right? This one, and this one also. So now let's try to understand from the start. So basically what we are doing, we are saying ki, hey, I have to print something on the output screen, right? That is, I have to print something on the output screen, and the code of that something, that the code of printing something on the output screen is written inside the IOStream header file, right? IOStream header file, and inside the IOStream header file you have the design, right? You have the design, and the design is what? The design of OStream class. Okay, you have the class. Okay, and you have a container, right? Namespace std container, and inside the container you have the declaration of all the identifier. Okay, declaration of different identifier. And one of the identifier is my cout and cin. Okay, this cout is what? This cout is the object. Okay, this cout is the object, and inside the ostream class there is a functionality that is written, and the task of the main working of this functionality is what? It print something on the output screen, right? Print something on the output screen. So the code is already written. The code is already written, right? Inside the ostream class. And in order to use this code, what I have to do? I have to create the object of ostream class. And that object is defined where? Inside the namespace std. So in order to use the functionality of printing something on the output screen, what you are doing, you are saying ki, hey, I will first include the header file. Inside the header file, I have the container where the object is declared, right? Where the object is declared. So I have used namespace std, and now I am using the object, and with the help of object, I am printing hello world on the output screen, right, everyone? Is use mandatory or not? It is mandatory. It is mandatory. You can see now you got the flow. Like why I am using the main thing is what? You have to print something, right? And how you can print something? You have to use some code, and that code is written where? Inside the ostream class. And how you can access the functionality of the ostream class? How you can access the functionality of a design or template that is created by the architecture? You have to create an object, that is you have to build the house. So that house is inside the namespace std, right? So what you are doing, you are saying ki, hey, I will include this header file and I will use this namespace std, right? And inside this namespace std you are having cout, and with the help of cout you are printing something on the output screen. Anyone has any doubt till this point, please write in the chat. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? If you don't use, you need to use std with scope resolution operator. Correct. Jordan is correct here. Like, please go and please do the Google on the std part. Like I am here explaining you the simple way, that is using namespace std. There is one more way with the help of, like, if you are not writing this line here, then you have to write std here, and after that you have to write scope resolution operator. Okay, this will make the thing complicated, but you can go with this part, right? It is very simple. Sir, we can create our own header file. Yes, Rohit, you can create your own header file. Okay, and you can include the header file. Okay, what you have to do, you have to write hash include, and after that here you have to write the name of your file. Yeah. uh, yes. Okay, sir, inside the header file, like you are asking about this code, that is the this code or something else. Sir, can repeat namespace std. Pranchal, what you are not able to understand in this part, like this is a container that contains the declaration of different identifier. Then you will say, hey, what is declaration? So let's assume in the yesterday session we will be discussing about the variable part. So variable is a named memory location, right? It is a named memory location here, where what I can do, I can give a name to a memory block. Okay, and what happens here? First you have to declare a variable, right? Declare a variable, declare a variable. And how you can declare a variable? By writing the syntax, by writing the data type. Okay, and after that you have to write the name of the variable, right? Name of the variable. Clear? So let's assume I have to store integer data. So what I will write? I will write int num. So this is what? Declaration of a variable. So these declarations are inside your this. Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, so these declaration are inside your namespace std. You got the point? Anyone has any other doubt apart from this, please write in the chat. Okay. And why we are using int main? Okay, int main is the starting point of the execution. Starting point of the execution. Okay, the moment execution will start, my system will first go to the code and it will check where main is written, right? Where main is written here. Yeah. So let's conclude the session, right? What does iostream? Uh, I told you, right, Pranchal, what is this iostream here? This is a header file, right? Inside this header file, the code is written of the ostream class, right? About this using namespace std, right? Yeah. So let's conclude this session, right? Shall we? Anyone has any other doubt? Int main is a no, no. Like why you are saying static function? Why you are making the thing complicated? Simple. Int main is a function that is the entry point from where the execution will start. Okay. जहां से execution start होगा, कौन सी line ये line read होने के लिए first ये main method देखा जाएगा. Okay, Rohit. So it is not a static function, right? Sir, please write a code in Visual Studio Code in order to check output. Like I have already done that part, right? Let's see. 1 minute. Let me see. Yeah. So here you can see, right? Hello world is getting printed on the output screen, right? Yeah. Any other doubt, guys, related to the anything like class object? What is this iostream, right? It is simple, right? You have a file and give me 1 minute, right? So give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay, is using namespace compulsory for all program? Yes, you have to use a namespace std, right? Because why? Like again the same thing, right? You have to use cout, right? So everything is related, right? You have to use cout. Why you have to use cout? Because you have to print something, right? And after that, you are saying here, in order to use cout is what? Object, right? And that object is declared where? Inside namespace std, right? And that namespace std is where? Okay, it is inside iostream header file, right? And why you are using the object? Because you have to use the method or function, you have to use the method or function that is having the code, okay, for printing something on the output screen, right? Printing. And this method or function is where it is defined inside ostream class, right? Ostream class. Now everyone is clear. So this is all about today's session. Okay, hope you are able to understand each and everything. Anyone has any other doubt, please write in the chat. And apart from that, sir, attendance ho jaye. Okay, so in order to mark the attendance, what you can do, here, right? So you can see, right, this part here, the attendance link, right? So from here, click on the attendance link, and after that, sign in using Google. And from here, let me sign in, right? So here you can see the attendance button, right? This one, attendance button here. So from here you can mark the attendance, you can give the rating. If you are interested in our 6 month Let's Upgrade program, like most of you are asking about the full stack program. So from here you can see the link, right, of the data science program and our web development program. So let's open the web development program here, and the moment you will click on the link, you will navigate to this page, and here you can see the USP of our program. That is what we are doing. That is our session will be 100% live, and we are having 15 industry standard coding projects, right? And here you can see the rating of our program, and here you can see the fees and the eligibility or the duration, and yeah, the student who all got placed in our from our Let's Upgrade platform. Okay, and after that the certificate part, what all you are going to learn and what projects you are going to make in our full stack web development program, and who all are trainers that is having more than 7 years of experience, right? And you can download the brochure from here, right? Yeah. So what is GUI? It is graphical user interface. So we are not discussing about that GUI part. Okay, we are covering the basic part, and there are a lot of things to clear. So we will be focusing on the GUI. Sorry, this basic part first, right? Yeah, yeah, you can do that part. Okay, you can create that thing, Salman, right? Yeah. So C++ language is used to design GUI. Is if yes, then what libraries? Basically, C++ is mainly used for the like a lot of operating system. The code of the operating system are written in C++. Okay, you have Node.js. Node.js is a popular framework of this, right? To run the JavaScript, to create a, like if you're creating the backend in JS, right? So you have to use Node.js, right? So basically Node.js is written in C++, and apart from that, there are a lot of industry level use, right, of C++, right? And it is a top of 5 language that are mostly used in this one. And if you are thinking of going to the competitive programming, then C++ is one of the best choice, right? Because it is giving us a lot of inbuilt library with the help of which we can run the code with minimum like a line, and with less time complexity, and it is easy to understand also, right? Yeah, correct. Any other doubt you have, guys? Please write in the chat. We have 4 more minutes, and after that we will end our doubt session. Okay, it is a doubt session. Anyone has any doubt, please write in the chat, or like if you are clear, you can leave the session. Okay. And apart from that, how to give attendance? Like I already told you, right? You have to mark the attendance. If you are interested in our 6 month full stack program, click on yes. And here you can see if you have anything to approve, and after that submit your attendance, and it will get marked here, right? And apart from that, here you can see one more thing, right? That is, we are having one, okay, here, discount going on in our full stack program. So in order to avail the discount, what you have to do, you have to click on this link, and from here you can see the, okay, so basically you are getting 700 and on up to 80,000. Okay, so here how you can avail this part. So here you can see the steps, right? That is, visit this link, and after that visit this site, right? And after that copy into the unique program. Yeah, so basically you have to copy the referral link, and after that if you are sharing the referral link to your friend, batchmate, from there you can get these prices that are listed here, right? And here you can see the full stack program and the, yeah, this one, right? So anything else, guys? No. So this is all for today's session, guys. The agenda of tomorrow's session will be about the variables. We are learning about different types of variables, how the data is getting stored behind the scene. Okay, how like we know key the data is stored in 0 and 1 format, but what happened behind the scene, like how the memory is getting allocated, what is our memory, how the, what is the capacity like for integer, and everything about the range part, and what is the address of a memory block, right? So these all things we are going to learn in the tomorrow session, right? So this is all for today's session, guys. Hope you have enjoyed the session. And Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you for joining the session. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Naveen, like you go to buy a mobile, right? So mobile is what? A class, right? So mobile is a class that is having some features and some that is having some properties and some functionalities, right? You can call, you can message with the help of a mobile. It has some RAM, right? So this is what the design is, what your class. And the moment you bought a iPhone, Realme phone, any phone, that is what your object. So the moment you're using the mobile phone, the moment you're using the properties and behavior, that is your object. Okay, so object is a real world entity that is having those properties and behavior associated with it, right? Yeah. So thank you for joining the session. Okay.